Yeah, it's been nearly 100 years since the devastating tornado of 1928 tore through Rockford. A lot has changed since then in terms of tracking, repairs, and more. Luke Frederickson joins us from Midway Village. Good to see you again,
Good morning.
Luke.
It's nice to be here in person.
In person, yes. Spain looked wonderful. Good to have you back.
You bet. Thanks for that.
This is a topic for Joey, and I want you and Joey to have a conversation about
Yes,
this.
I knew
I want you nerds to have at it, so go.
I knew this would be something that would pique his interest, and it's certainly a tragedy, but it's part of Rockford history, and I'm sure it'll interest you quite a bit.
And I saw your email this morning, and I said to him, the first thing I told him was, this is a tornado that I actually haven't dived into. So, when did it happen, and what happened to Rockford from it?
Yeah, it happened on September 14th, 1928, and the tornado first touched down at 3:19 p.m. While people were still hard at work, and this is an era when Rockford's furniture industry was really bustling. So there were most of the damage and fatalities were at furniture factories. But it touched down just east of the Rock River near Kishwaukee and Harrison, where it hit the Rockford Chair and Furniture Company Factory B and collapsed the walls and roof, and 8 workers there passed away and over 40 were injured. It accelerated, the winds picked up from there, and it tracked to the northeast through the area of 19th Avenue and 9th Street and up towards Broadway and Charles Street. Fortunately, it missed 3 different schools, Brown, Turner, and Hallstrom School.
Okay.
Kids were just getting out, but fortunately it did miss there, but there were some other children walking home along Broadway. A roof from a house was lifted off the house and traveled 3 blocks and landed on 3 children and killed them too. So all in all, the tornado was on the ground for 46 minutes, traveled 26 miles. And as you know now, the rating system wasn't in place then, but they estimate it was an EF3 or 4.
That's a pretty strong tornado coming through the center of Rockford. And, it's been a little bit since we've, seen something of this caliber, even get close to the Rockford area. Now, I did see some of the pictures there. Did the National Weather Service hint at where they found that EF3 damage, the more significant damage in Rockford?
Yes, these are, frankly, all these pictures are part of the archive at Midway Village Museum, and just to let our viewers know, I'm going to post to your Twitter at some point later today the full detailed article that they did investigating the history of this tornado, and it's got much more information than we can cover here, but I know you'll enjoy reading that, and that's where we get that map from, and they show where the damage occurred. And, this is a time when there were no forecasts to really warn people. They just saw the storm approaching a few minutes away, coming from the southwest. And thank goodness we have better technology now and people like you on the job to keep us safe.
It's amazing that some of those buildings, if you talk about Kishwaukee, a lot of old buildings still remain on Kishwaukee Street. It's amazing that some of those are still intact because those buildings predate this tornado.
Oh, absolutely. And it's a time when they probably weren't built to the standards we would hope to build them to now, and certainly didn't have the warnings. Part of the damage that occurred at one factory is when a huge water tank that was on the roof, using gravity to supply the water, crashed through the collapsed roof due to the winds and the tornado, and landed on workers and several floors below. So we've got better construction techniques as well as the better forecasting.
Now, I know we got a couple of seconds here, but Luke, would you ever want to go on a storm chase with me? Would you ever want to go on a storm chase?
Who's driving?
Joey will drive. He's fearless.
As long as you're good at navigating and tell me where to go.
Yes, I'm good at that. Well, yeah, I'd do that. Absolutely.
Got a crew.
You guys would get along great. Just stay safe, please.